Hello.
Hello. I almost said good morning. How are you, Mykah?
I'm doing very well. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Welcome everybody to Creative Convos. I am Mykah Harden, owner and lead brand content strategist with Cloud Society.
And my name is Shara Cuts, owner and lead filmmaker of Spliced Ego Films.
Yes, indeed. So we are back at it again with another episode of Creative Convos. And I'm hyped for this topic only because I have a cool story that goes on with Creative Convos. Ooh, and so our topic that we're going to talk about today is failing fast and what that means and why it's important. Have you heard of that term already, fail fast?
No, not necessarily fail fast.
Okay. I feel like I hadn't really heard of it either until my college graduation. And it's like the one part of that speech that my mom really took away from the graduation ceremony. And she brought it up to me after. And she has continually reminded me of that little piece of my college graduation speech that was given. Obviously, I was on one, so I wasn't really listening. So I'm glad. No, for real, I was too hyped. My outfit was cute, you know. But yeah, so I love that she definitely honed in on that. And she oftentimes reminds me of that little excerpt where our speaker at our graduation ceremony basically said, fail fast, succeed faster. So just because you've never heard of it before, what do you think failing fast means?
Probably that it's okay to, the quicker you fail, the more you learn, so you don't dig yourself in a deeper hole and continue to make costly mistakes.
Look.
Okay, let's add that.
Say it louder for the people in the back. Okay. No, but you're exactly right. That's basically what it means. Is to just, especially when you're graduating college, like you feel like everything's on your shoulders and you got to just go out there and secure the bag and get that 8-figure job that you was talking about getting before graduation. Yes, 8 figures good. I want 6. No, it's good. But yeah, so I feel like that has helped brand my business and kind of mold me into having the career and basically line of work that I have now, because I did take that approach to try a whole bunch of different things, apply for that job, even if you don't think you're going to get it. Like, just dip and dabble into all of the things you think you're good at, even after you get your degree. Just because you get your degree doesn't mean you have to head down, only focus on that. So I definitely have utilized that saying, fail fast. And I've failed. I've failed at a few things since I graduated. Like, and not really failed. Failed is strong. I feel like I've tried a lot of things and they've helped give me lessons to keep going in the direction I want to go in. What would that be if not fail?
I mean, I think that's the only way to say it.
Yeah, because it's not really a failure if you like come out with a lesson or come out with some takeaway to make you better at what you want to do. So
you bumped your head slightly. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe fall fast, trip and fall fast, but get up and run quicker.
There we go.
But so what advice would you give to someone if they're having a hard time understanding the benefits of failing fast?
I would say keep at whatever it is you're doing when you do fail, because you learn so quickly. Like, even now, the clients that we take on or the weddings that I was doing, I learned something with every wedding, you know, or every client that you have. You should always be willing to learn and be open to improving your process, because I don't think anyone that's in business operates at 100%, but you just have to take things with a grain of salt and, you know, take it for what it is, learn from it, really analyze it, see what it is that you did wrong and what areas you can most improve in.
Absolutely. I agree. And I think too, and I'm just a soul, like, this is my experience that I'm pulling from, but I know a lot of people have like that good enough mentality that, oh, I want to launch this, but it's not good enough. Or I want to do that, but I'm not good enough. And just the way that things evolve and the way that stuff is changing. If you wait until you're good enough, honey, you're late. You're late to the party.
Exactly.
So not only do you need to just get good and just produce something, but then you kind of get the feedback from it and learn from why it's a failure. Figure out why this isn't working. So if you're giving up on something, figure out why you're giving up or why you're wanting to switch sides. And then you're good enough, you adapt and adjust accordingly, rinse and repeat. So that way you're failing fast and succeeding faster.
Yeah. So we want to bring you guys in while we're going on with our discussion. Share with us, like, have you experienced any failures in your entrepreneurship journey, or are you thinking about going into entrepreneurship and you don't know if you should, you're on the fence, just let us know in the comments. But in the meantime, I do want to share, because a lot of people always ask me, oh, well, how did Spliced Ego come about? And honestly, I started out in fashion. Like, I wanted to do fashion design. That was when hip hop dance was really big, and everyone in California had the music videos, and I maxed out on my credit card buying fabric. I still got fabric. Matter of fact, still got thousands of dollars of fabric that is now just sitting in the closet, that I never used or barely used. So I would just say, if you're going to fail fast, don't fail on your credit card, okay? Don't fail with a Quicken loan or whatever it is. Okay? Do not finance your failures. You just need to fail with straight cash, because let me tell you.
No, for real.
I speak from experience. So that's one thing for me, looking back from my lonesome self when I started in 2012. Like, girl, you still paying on that fabric?
On that fabric that's sitting there, not keeping you warm. It ain't a shirt. It ain't.
I mean, some of it is.
Oh,
just a few pieces. Just one.
Yes, grab us something. Oh my God, yes. Let me see, because I've never really seen any of your pieces from this time in your life. Girl, you need to start making some masks. You got all that fabric. Look, marketing mind over here. And come up with a business just like that. Yeah, failing fast is just the way to go. It sounded crazy when I first heard it, and I'm like, who wants to fail? And now I wouldn't be here if I didn't bump my head a few times. I know that. That is for sure. Oh, I cannot wait to see what you bring over here.
Okay, I'm back. So I used to, my first fashion show was for Designer's Choice Fashion Preview in Little Rock, and I designed for children. So this is one of my pieces. Little kids.
Okay.
There. Oh, wait, let me get in the camera.
Yes, ma'am. Let me see that bag. Did I see some pink along the zipper?
Oh, the zipper, girl. Of course. Because you know how I am with the details.
Details, get into it.
Yes. So.
Okay.
And then I made a little boys.
Okay. You would. The Missy Elliott. Okay. Wait, with the smooth back. Okay.
Smooth back.
Yes, you're making exclusive pieces. You are making graphic pieces.
Okay, and so this is because it was a couture program. So
is that a skirt, pants, shorts? What is that?
Shorts.
Shorts, high-waisted?
High-waisted, but I do have a matching skirt for this and a vest. I just wanted to grab what I could the quickest, but
okay, let me find out.
So yes, I went fabric crazy, because that was just my passion then. And, it still is. If time ever allowed, I would definitely go back and do more fashion design. So everything isn't a failure. Once you get time, you can go back and work on the things that you really want to work on. That is so dope. Those pieces are actually really, I thought you was about to pull out that shirt from Fresh Prince or the Cosby Show. Oh. That Theo had baby girl help him. That's what I thought you was gonna grab. You brought out some chic Marc Jacobs looking Saks Fifth. Okay, nice. And actually, to your point, that not all failures are actually failures. That's very, very true.
the failure that pushed me into entrepreneurship, it seemed like a failure at the time because I had to leave a job and I had to make that decision to leave what I thought was like my dream job that I was going to be there for forever. But it turns out that it was more so a stepping stone into what I was really meant to do. And so at the time it seemed like a failure, but now I'm like, okay, that was just a little lesson. And, you know, some failures definitely look like failures in the beginning, but they turn out to be blessings. So.
And they propel you forward.
No, like a day one. Bing.
So what would you say to somebody new? Like, how do you personally deal with failures? Like, is it you get really sad? Like, how do you handle that as far as your self-esteem is concerned?
I think I'm better over the years, just experiencing more failure. That's another thing. Like, you have to experience it in order to tailor how you react to it, how you bounce back from it, how you process it. Because if you just go your whole life, like not really stepping out on nothing and trying, and that first failure you get is in your late 30s, like that could throw you down, like, you know what I mean, mess you up. So the fact that I've been failing fast and trying stuff, it's helped me kind of shape my perspective. And now I look at failure different. So I don't get too emotionally attached to it. I mean, it does mess your girl up. I will have to get a little bit of some ice cream, you know, maybe have to take a day off and just really just be in my feelings for a second. But then I always just like, okay, let me bounce back. What can I change? How can I learn? Like I kind of like attack the failures now instead of letting them attack me. So it wasn't always that way, but I'm grateful that it is now. How do you handle failures? Ooh, hard. I was gonna say something like these take you down, but they do though.
I used to handle them really hard because we are our worst critic.
Absolutely.
What you think is bad, people will hype you up over. Okay.
Girl.
So now I've just learned to adapt and not be so hard on myself, at least in public. In private, you know, I'm a little, but then I need to gather myself because it's not as bad. I mean, and then this is why I love the Facebook memories, because the stuff that pops up that you've talked about, you know, 3-4 years ago, or whenever you started your journey, like you can just look back on that and to see everything that you were talking about, everything that you were downing yourself about has come full circle. So it's just rewarding to look back and see how far you've come. And the only thing you can do is just keep going.
Absolutely. Wholeheartedly agree with that, for sure. Yeah, you have to learn how to accept failure. That's what the saying is all about. Because if you're not failing fast, that means you're not really failing often. So you're not even getting a chance to learn, like, okay, how can I do this? So if or when I fail, it doesn't take me out of the game. Because I feel like a lot of people get stuck off their first couple of failures and then they just kind of just throw the whole dream away. But sometimes you don't have to really throw the whole dream away, but you have to throw away the route to get to the dream and just figure out another way, you know?
Yes.
So.
Absolutely. And it's okay to take a different path. One thing I will say, though, college, that's like a slow fail. A very expensive fail, because unlike unlike me, you actually went to school for what you were doing. Me, however, went to business school for management information systems, and now I'm in film. Like, what?
But that's not too far off. Management information systems, don't you need to manage your information system for your business?
You're right, but it's not as technical. Like, it's a whole different ball game of technicalities that I need to know. So I wish I had studied or looked more closely into really what I wanted to do. And I won't say that it was a complete failure, because yes, it has allowed me to structure myself, and I do know how to run a business since I have been in business school. It's just, I wish, you know, even if I got a dual degree or you know, an associate, something.
Yeah. Which is not too late. It's never too late to jump back in there, and even with your own business, try and, you know, spruce up the education behind it all. So it's definitely not too late. And I didn't start college with the same field that I'm in now. I started college with, girl, she thought she was going to be a nurse.
Tell us the story.
She thought she was going to be a nurse, and she, meaning me, I'm talking about me, y'all. Yeah, the third person. She thought she was going to be a nurse, and she did one volunteer off-site hospital shadowing, and quickly found out that that wasn't my bag. So that same day, I moseyed back to campus, and I filled out a change of major form.
Mykah, what happened? What happened?
Well, it was just a lot. I was there, and I was literally, I had not just got there, but I had just got briefed on what I was going to be doing. So I was kind of hyped, you know, I just got these super cute scrubs, and girl, they wheeled somebody in that looked like he had just had the pulp beaten out of him.
Oh.
Really, I thought it was going to be my first time seeing, you know, deceased body, but he just looked very, very in bad shape. And they're pushing the gurney, not as quickly as I would have liked them to, but they're pushing it past me. And he just leans up and just projectile vomits down his whole situation, the whole gurney, hurt everything. And not on me. It wasn't on me, but it was right in front of me. And it was the first time I've ever seen projectile vomit. I thought that was just a joke. But I realized then that I may not have the stomach to be a nurse. So after I saw that, I politely grabbed my things, washed my hands, and I had to let them know I had to leave for the day.
Oh my God. Wow. That is just funny every time you tell me. And we actually have a couple of nurses on here right now. Shout out to Alex, girl, doing your thing in Cali. She's a nurse. So we just take our hats off to you ladies that are in the nursing field.
Absolutely. You guys are holding it down because she couldn't.
Yes. And then Tanisha said she thought she wanted to be a lawyer. Okay.
Ooh. I still feel like I do want to be a lawyer because I can argue. And I can produce receipts, facts, laws, everything.
Oh, yeah. That's official. And then Samantha says, it's never a failure when at least you learn or grow in some way. Fail, but take every lesson and grow. You are right.
Absolutely.
And I think to truly figure out what it is that you want to do, you have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I want to go back to Tanisha's comment of college can be overrated. Let's just touch on that for just a second, because we are programmed from a young age that you go to school and you better go to college when you graduate.
It wasn't an option for me. College was like high school.
Oh, yeah. So I think now in this day and age, entrepreneurship, especially in the minority community, has skyrocketed. You know, we're no longer sitting back and just accepting and settling for less. We are figuring out what it is we can do and use our talents and just go for it. And one thing that I admire, especially with you and everything that your mom is doing, shout out to Cake Takers Bakery.
Yes.
Guys, Mykah's mom makes the most amazing cakes, okay? And now she still is in corporate, but I just know, like, every time they do a farmer's market, her mom sells out. They make extra and she sells out every time. So I just think that college is not for you. And even my friends out there, you all probably know this, who have young children, like, teach them at an early age. They can do whatever they want to do. They do not have to be under a boss. They can be their own boss. They can be a kid entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And while I agree that college can be overrated, I will say that just the experience of going to college and like everything that I had to do just to make it out of there, as far as making my own schedule. I commuted all 4 years. I never lived on campus. So learning how to manage my time so that way I was not missing class, network. So I made friends that stayed on campus. Like, all of those skills that I sharpened doing that, going through college, have helped me more so than the information that I got in class, but just actually the experience definitely helped. But I would say that it's not like required in order to be successful in life. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Samantha on. So let me tell you guys a little bit about Samantha. She says, yes, college is not required for every profession. That was a lie we grew up to believe. Trades and skills are equally valuable. So Samantha and her husband, Sam, is still, I met her in college. She was at Verizon too before I got there. So I think she's still at Verizon, but her and her husband started a meal prep service called Speak Life Foods. So now Craig not only has Speak Life Foods, but he has a pizza business now in Little Rock, in Bryan, Arkansas, I think. You guys have to correct me, Sam, but it's called Certified Pies. And he pretty much says that it is the best pie from a Black-owned business that you will ever taste. Okay, now he has been teasing me for months. Yeah. Certified pie. So I just hope, Sam, you guys are open the next time I make a trip to Little Rock, because I'm gonna need to taste this pizza.
For real. Save me a slice.
Yes. No, we definitely have a lot of people on here that are entrepreneurs, and we just want to thank you guys too for being so interactive today. This is great. And then Tanisha said she just had this conversation with her students today. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Sam says it is in Little Rock. Certified Pies. Okay.
Soft opening on Friday. Yes.
Hey.
Love a good celebration. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we have a lot of interaction today.
Also networking and interacting with your peers. That's so important.
It's so important.
That might have been a little bit of a failure for me too in the beginning, because I used to hate networking. Mm. But now I realize if I don't network with people, especially in this Dallas community, that I am not really going to do that well, because you just have to put yourself out there.
You have to. And like 9.5 times out of 10, it's positive. You know, I feel like a lot of people are down on networking and like being social just because they worry about what other people think, or, you know, just any social stigmas that there are. But yeah, so social networking is definitely, it changed the game for me. Once I learned about networking, I was like, oh, so I just got to talk to people, but talk about business?
And Mom loves to talk, okay? Now that we are business partners, like, I will let her talk, okay?
Okay, you're pretty good at it too, though. You be closing deals over here, this one, so. For sure. Okay, what is this quote from QJ? Or caption?
I had a remarkable career without my degree. However, without a degree, minorities can be limited in how far they can progress. You are absolutely right. There's a very good I can do without the degree.
That's why I say just get it, just get it just for the experience and the, you know what I mean? But because I feel like a lot of people get it just because, or don't get it just because they feel forced. And it's like, if you take that away, you know, because there are things out here, like that's what everybody's asking for. Well, what degree? You want to apply for a job? What degree? Da, 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 da. So networking isn't so professional or whatever. It's literally just meeting people and talking about your life. Yeah, it is.
And Quinn, that's the thing people have to realize. I always thought networking was so, you got to go talk to everybody. And you don't. Like, just get to know people. People want to know who you are. That definitely makes it a less scary. And then Christopher said, to that end, I'm too close to finishing, so I'm going back starting on the 19th. Are you referring to you're going back to school to finalize your degree, right?
More power to you. I've been thinking about that, but every time I think about it, I stop thinking about it. So I wish I could go back to school. Let me write that down. Maybe if I manifest it, I might go back.
Write a note.
Go back to school.
Oh, Young P has something for you guys. 1 second.
Oh my God, my favorite. Yes, congrats on going back though. That's dope. And best of luck to you. Are you distance learning? Or are you going to be on campus? Because I can't do that distance learning. What does Young P have for us? I'm very hype about this. It could be anything, y'all.
Okay. Let's see.
You make me nervous.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she brought us a few flashcards to remind us that educate. Oh, vote.
Hey.
first of all, I'm slow because I'm over here like EEOV. Oh, thank you, P. Everybody go vote. Early voting started today.
Today, early voting opened. So wherever you are, let us go to the polls because our voices will never be heard if we do not go vote. Okay? Now that's a whole nother topic. If you guys want to debate us, okay, Joe Biden style, we'll have to come back to that. But as for tonight, you guys need to exercise your right to vote and early vote. Okay. So on that note, I think we are going to wrap. But just in case you guys do not know, we still have our 6 months in a day intensive, which is we help busy CEOs become efficient, streamlined content producers. So pretty much you work with us, Mykah and I come together with you and discuss your goals and objectives for your business and film 6 months of content for you all. So if you're interested in that, just send one of us a message or send both of us a message. And we're just looking to close out the year strong. And we just want to thank all of you for joining tonight and engaging in so much dialogue with us.
Yes, this was exciting. I'm very grateful to see that. And like she said, if you guys are interested in getting some professionally created content for your business, your brand, if you're wanting to be a YouTuber, if you're wanting to just get your conversation to your audience a little bit more crisp, clear, and strategized, you'll want to tap in and learn more about this offer. Like she said, DM one of us. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on next week's episode of Creative Convos.
Oh, okay. We got one more before we go.
Oh,
don't believe the hype. Okay. Your voice matters. Your vote counts.
Think about why they pay millions of dollars to sway voters.
Exactly. So on that note, we are going to leave you all. And
wait, no. You have to say on that note, go vote.
See, this is why she's the marketing. You guys have a good night.
Bye.